Hey, shalom, shalom. I want to first off give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. I want to say double honors to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This Rob Amar for the Nebraska campus GMS. Any push to the mark. I don't know if it's the camera or what. It's got a little fuzzy glare to it. I ain't feeling it. But either way, man. Yeah, man, as you see in the title of the lesson, do things that's conducive to your walk. Okay. So we're going to go straight into the definition of the word conducive in the etym online. It says to lead, conduct. All right, a sense now obsolete. To lead or bring together, contribute, serve, assimilated, with, together, means together, and do it means lead. All right. So pretty much to lead with. Okay. So within this walk, there's that city. Okay, we're trying to get salvation, and this is a response video in actuality to the videos that the recent highway video that the elders did. Man, hey, if that video don't put fear in you to get some boots on the ground, to make some improvements, tighten some screws up, then like they say, man, you gotta get your fear situated, man. You gotta get your reverence and your actual fear of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai in check. All right, because the Lord, especially in these times, I'm just talking about specifically in these times, the Lord is not going to wink at our follies. He winked, those times before those times. All right, now there's an expectation of performance, even for newer brothers that's coming in, because you got internet, you got breakdowns. You can just put GMS any subject and get the breakdown. All right, you got to constantly dig, and we're at the point that the oil that you've invested in, you're going to need that. Okay, so we're going to go into 2 Timothy chapter 3 and 12. It says, yea, and in all that will live, godly in Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution. Right, because the reason I got this is because we have our standard, we have our expectations, and me speaking as a man, I refuse to believe that the Lord sets a standard of low activity, of low productivity. The Lord expects greatness. He calls the great to do this. He chose the base men, but the base men he chose are great men, all right, in the spirit, all right. There is nobody that's going to perform at a B, C level, all right. The Lord gave us all the tools to be adequate at what we need to be doing. So, these persecutions are going to come. All right. It's a part of it. And as men, specifically men in the Lord, we are expected to overcome and perform no matter what as concerning those persecutions. Okay. So in 2 Timothy 3 and 13, it says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Because there's always a reason why you should do something. All right. There's always a reason why, or excuse, man. And excuses are tools of incompetence building bridges to nowhere. Yeah. So you want to have some type of integrity, man, some type of standard, something to stand on, to say, this is me. This is my legacy. This is what I plan to leave behind. This is who I want to represent. This is my end story. This, you got to have some of that existing within yourself, within this gospel, man. This ain't just, impulsive. You just doing it, because you feel like it type of deal. Let's see here. See if I can find a precept to that. Because I was meditating on it, so I forgot to put it. because the thing is that see, I think it's in Exodus 23 and 16. Um, but something kind of stuck out because I was doing a lot of reading. That kind of leads me into another thing, is that like I said, man, any and everybody should be in fear, to these type of admonishments coming down, because it's letting you know that the Lord is moving. All right. So in Exodus 23 and 16 in particular, it's a bit of a reach, but I hope you follow along with what I'm trying to convey here. All right. In Exodus 23 and 16, it says, "And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and in the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field 3 times a year, all thy males shall appear before the Lord." All right. So the point is the first fruits of our labors. The Lord want the first fruits of our labors, not the fucking the all mushy avocado. He doesn't want the beat up apple. He don't want the inbred. Okay, we supposed to be giving Yahweh Shem Shai the first fruits of our labors. And what are those breads and meats? Okay, that's how it works in our time and our efforts. Okay, so your most peaceful time of the day, your most available time of the day, you are to give it. All right. You are not to come in and oh, I got chill time. I get it. You go to work and you'll tell yourself, well, man, you know what, man, I want to relax. I had a long day. Well, you gave Esau the bulk of your day. Now that you got, as soon as you get the first piece of the first fruits of your labors, you want to say, man, I want to chill. All right. Or I want to put something to the side and I want to think about me first. But then when the affliction arises, you're going to expect Yahweh Shem Shai to save you, and you want woe is me and all this shit. And you're not willing to give him the first fruit of your labors. You got to make that sacrifice, man. The Lord ain't no vending machine. He ain't nobody you could just treat any kind of way, man, to where we put, give him the last of our day, the shittiest part of our day. It's all chaotic. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You're doing lessons and it's in the most condensed, tight time. But then you could watch, if you could watch a series. Hey, you're without excuse. If you can go to the gym, you're without excuse. All right. If you could work a double, you're without excuse. All right. If you can go to the club, you can go out to the movies, go out to eat. You are without excuse. Okay. As the apostle said, we have 14 hours in a day, man. We are without excuse, man. And there's no way that the Lord is going to give us a day that we're going to be so afflicted that we can't perform. All right. Real men take that opportunity to show that we're worthy of salvation. Okay. Not make excuses, say, well, I had this going on, I had that going on. Man, to hell with that shit, man. Okay. So and I'm speaking, hey, here first, you know what I'm saying? And apparatus are edifying to the flock. All right. Like I said, man, hey, I was sitting there meditating all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm going, like, I'm getting it in, but I ain't getting it in like that. I could see men, and I know the standard that the Lord put on me in the spirit, man. All right. I know opportunities, let me see, get this precept here. Reminds me of that precept, Carlo Yabashim Shai. Sirach chapter 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. You see? So that procrastination. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Man, the Lord's giving windows and pockets and times. Like the Lord make it rich, he make it poor, bring it down to the grave, he bring it up, and he give us opportunities. And don't ever get in your mind or in our minds that I'll do that later. The spirit will get up off you, man. Quench not the spirit, man. You know, when the Lord will give us, he want the first fruit of our labors, but he's going to give you he's going to give the increase to make that first fruit beautiful, man. Okay. So going back into First Timothy 3:13, Second Timothy 3:13, it says, but evil, Salakia 3:14, we read 3:13. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Right? When we came into this gospel, man, like Apostle Tahar said, GMS is an action camp. Okay, we get things done, and that's the main thing that will resolve all things. Is pretty much getting up off your hind part and making things happen. There is no excuse. There is not when you got Yahweh Shimei through Yahweh Shimei Shai, we can do all things that strengthens us. Okay, so he's not going to have you underperform and have you so afflicted. All right, so that automatically should throw that out the window of an excuse, man. Okay, make no tarry and turn to the Lord, man. All right, the Lord don't deal with no procrastination demon. He don't deal with no lackluster B plus. All right. He wants all A's, and he called men because men gonna figure out how to make that A happen, man. And the Lord's gonna give you the avenues, but he ain't gonna put it in your lap, okay? Because you got to figure it out. You got to show some want. You got to show some desire, okay? Continuing on, it says, verse 15, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make the wise, make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. Okay. So we're gonna go into Romans 8:1. It says, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh Shai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Because this world, all right, the pride of life, all right, the lust, the want, the want not to be alone, the want a woman, to want to eat, to want to relax, to want comfort, to want peace. That's a demon, man, because this place is not our rest. So why are you looking for it? Okay, there should never be an energy of existence of wanting rest. It's just the same as eating healthy. It's not like you want to eat bad, but it don't mean that you don't eat no fast food here and there. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a bad day, or have a bad moment, or have a dip in performance. All right, but you're not looking. Okay, you don't get off of off of whatever you're doing, and you're looking for a messed up diet all day, and you're woe is me. I don't know why my body is acting like this. No, you get out what you put in, man. Okay, and that's what it is. All right, so if you're not doing things, if you're walking in the flesh, if you're getting up thinking about how I'm gonna get this bread because Babylon, well, pray, man. You know what I'm saying? Satan's doing what he's supposed to do, and that's afflict the elect, man. All right, to oppress us. He's oppressing us, man. All right, pressure from above, pressure from below. Okay, so there's there's a statement that I read in this book called Weapons of Mass Instruction, and they say within the book how you can break a thoroughbred horse through oppression, and you can break that horse so much that it would just sit around and eat hay all day, man. Okay, you pretty much put so much pressure from above, pressure from below, through constant correction, constant whipping, constant beating, constant submission, to where it doesn't know to do anything but consume. All right, and we are not those. We are thoroughbreds, but we are not those. We can't be broken, man, because the Lord will give us a spirit to overcome. All right, because He said when afflictions come, He will provide a way out, man. All right, and we have to have faith in that, and we have to rely on that via through prayer, fasting, and doing the Lord's will. Okay. I keep looking over here because I'm thinking this is notes, but it's something else in particular. Continuing on, man. It says, we're gonna go into Sirach chapter 5 and 1. I believe I read 5 and 7 through the Spirit. That'd be dope. That'd be dope if I read that through the Spirit. Yeah, I read 5 and 7. So we're gonna go into 5 and 1, right? And we might as well go into up into 7. It says, "Set thy heart upon thy goods," okay, which is our heart is our mind, all right, and say not, "I have enough for my life." Okay, I've done enough. If you got to stand, you do a lesson, and you be like, "Okay, that makes me a man of the Lord." Ain't no difference from somebody paying tithes, man, and you saying, "Okay, I've done enough." All right, you should never have a mentality that you think you're efficient. You ain't go by your result, man. Okay, we ain't doing enough because we ain't enough, man. Because our righteousness is filthy rags. So there should never be a place of content within performance. All right. You know, that's just simple as that, man. That content demon a kill. All right. Let's see here. Look at that word content and Edom. All right. Content. Yeah. To rest or be satisfied, to give satisfaction, to. And both from Latin, contain, satisfied, you know, to hold together, to enclose, you know, like you cool with the result. But here it is, we're still in Babylon, we're still in these bodies, we're still in these everlasting chains of darkness. So there is no place of contentment, you know, like we shouldn't be content with nothing when we're still here, man. We're not saved yet. So there is no place of any type of mentality of contentment that should be available, because at any moment we could fall out of this thing, man. Because the Lord is keeping us connected. All right. So it says, "Follow not thine own mind and thy strength." Okay, you got the ability, you got this amount of money in your pocket, your bank account, I can get this next week. The ability to get up and say, "I'm going to do this." You know what I'm saying? You can lose your place and lose your mentality that, okay, I'm grateful. To be grateful, and you know, like you can work at a job and they can, like I said, afflictions can break you and make you a consumer. Okay, so if you don't have a strong will, Satan, as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour, he's constantly afflicting us. All right, and that'll give you an excuse to say, "You know what? All right, man. All right, you win." It's like, no, man, you're supposed to always try to figure it out, man. All right. Just like the Paul said, "Oh, you work 10 hours. So like, so fucking what, man? It's 14 hours in a day. Figure it out." You know? Like that's it, man. Like there's no other space. We men, aren't we? So men ain't nobody coming to save you, man. Not in this world. All right. And you shouldn't be taking advantage of no brother in that aspect either. Okay. It says, and say not, Salakia, it says, "Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart." Okay, to do what you want to do. All right, because you can make anything make sense. All right, you can make anything make sense. You know, I was watching this one video of Kobe, and you know that Mamba mentality, man. That desire to not just be good, but to be great, man. To not settle. Okay. It says, "And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering; he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin." You see? So if you sitting there and thinking it's great, "Oh man, I'm cool," and your ego will make you think you're all right, man. All right, but a contrite spirit is always going to be saying, "Damn, I'm not. I need to do something, man. I need to get better. Like, what if I don't make it? What if I don't make it, man? Like, where's that energy?" All right, take pride in your standard. Take pride in your standard, man. All right. It says, verse 6, and says, say not his mercy is great. He will be pacified before the multitude of my sins, for mercy and wrath cometh from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thy heart upon thy goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. Like the pastor made a reference, like you got your family and stuff like that. Like I got a family, man. Like shit, I got kids, love my kids, but at the end of the day, I don't know if they're gonna be right off or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or pretty much if they're not conducive to this walk, man, they got to get pushed to the side. Okay, but if I'm carrying my load and I'm doing everything I could possibly, if I'm giving the Lord the first fruit of my labors, all right, then I'll have some type of safety within my spirit to know that my children are covered through my actions. All right. Jake, you can't have this arrogant mentality to believe that just because you're participating that you warrant a plus reward, man. All right, that's Babylonian society teaching that. Okay, so okay, it's like I'm getting a different call. This cold out here is getting busy, man. Shh, it's crazy. But let's get back to it. It says Sirach 43 and 29. It says, the Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary, for you can never go far enough. You see? So there shouldn't be no content. There should be no complacency. There shouldn't be no, yeah, I'm performing. You should always be looking over your shoulder and checking your surroundings and constantly like, I gotta make it. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to doubt what you're doing. We're doing the works of the Lord. If we continue in this is the right lane. We're in the right place. If something happened right now and you're performing, he's finding you so doing. Okay. But it's all about consistency. It's all about longevity. All right. It's all about the how long you do this. How he that endureth unto the end shall receive everlasting life and salvation. All right. So it says the Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous is in his powers. When it's like I read that already. I'm going to jump down to Sirach chapter 37 and 27. It says, my son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. Okay, because the thing is, it's not like you wake up in the morning and you're like, you know what, I'm about to put the Lord last. No, what happens is that you start doing things and you start situating things in your life, and it becomes a burden, man. Okay. You could get like kids, man. Like you could sit here and lay with a woman and have kids, and that could become a burden. But you shouldn't be dealing with anything that you can't get up and walk away from. And it's not an encouragement to walk away from your family. It's a mindset of knowing how to prioritize what you're doing, to know to give the Lord your first fruits, not your kids or your woman or your job. All right, they shouldn't get the best of you. Okay, Yahweh Shem Yahushua should get the best portion of you. He should get the best version of you, the most invested, focused, the diligence. Okay, Jacob fight tooth and nail to be right. Jacob argue you down, spent hours and hours competing and fighting and striving against another man. All right, when you could be doing and putting that same energy towards the gospel, man. Simple and plain. Okay, it says verse 28, it says, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Okay. First Corinthians chapter 7 and 29 says, but this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none. Why does it tell you that? Because when you get a woman, it says and Salakia, I think it says it in that chapter. But when you get a woman, you care for the things of the world, how you may please your woman. And that's the thing, is that don't be adding all these fucking reoccurring spiritual bills, man, which is just occupying your time. The more kids you have, the less time you have. The more women you have, the less time you have. Okay, you getting hoes. Okay, but like, lay your treasures up in heaven. Ain't nobody telling you can't get nothing and you can't do this, or you can't make no bread, or you can't strive to do something that brings you happiness. But we gotta first and foremost give the Lord out the first fruit of our labors. Okay. It says, and they that weep as though they had wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they bought not, slacking, as though they possess not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Okay, indulging and getting all into trying to come up and got 80 businesses and shit, and talking about, you gotta work, can't get lessons up, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, like, handle your business first. And again, this is speaking from me, and hoping this is an edification of the flock. It's not solely me, because I don't have certain problems, but the reality is, you got to learn how to prioritize His gospel. The Lord has to get the first fruit of your labors, the best part of your day, the best part of you, man. You shouldn't get the tired you. You wouldn't want no woman, all she had jobs, she got all kind of energy walking around, she all dressed up, but then when she come home to you, she looking crazy, she getting the worst energy out of her. She time to lay with her, she just roll over and give you side body, give you that spoon sex, you know what I'm saying? You just lay each other, and that's how you get it. But she got all the energy in the world. You're gonna feel violated, man. So how much more Yahbashim Yahushai watching us run around, jumping from this person, that person, arguing people down just to be right, and then when it comes down time to defend the gospel, you just AWOL. Hell no, man. Look, that's offensive, man. All right. 2 Corinthians chapter 4:1 also says, therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Okay, we receive mercy in this thing. It's a blessing to be here, man. All right, just like somebody give you a job, and you get that job. Like, oh, I'm about to make this bread move, do this, do that, and then after a while, you start getting complacent, man. And start, man, they're doing this, they're messing over me. It's like, no, bro. Like, start off. Remember where you came from, and look to where you're going. Where you're going to give you drive, and where you look the things that you respect or look back at, that is keeps you contrite, man. Remembering you came from the world, man. We came from the world, all right? We walked up and asked about this gospel through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, we was lost, all right? Well, most of us. I don't know if how brothers' walks are, but y'all get my point, man. All right. It says, verse 2, it says, but ye have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully, but by the manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the Most High of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. All right. So the Lord will purposely block your light out if you don't want this, man. All right. Separate himself from you. All right. It says, for we preach not ourselves, but Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the Lord of the anointed, and ourselves, your servants, for Yahweh Shai's sake. For the Most High, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power of be of the Most High and not us. All right. So because it's not about us, and Jake got to get that wrapped around their head, that it like we're performing, we're doing these things, but it's not our will. It's not by our strength, man. The Lord would give you desire to read. The Lord would give you desire to want to get the hell up out of here, man, and never get in that place to where you think, oh, the Lord will give us breakdowns, verses, the want to do lessons, man. Like the apostles talking about, referencing how Jeremiah, would say he ain't want to teach, but it was a burning inside him. Okay. If you don't have that burn inside you to say, or some type of standard to say, man, damn, man, I'm not performing well, man. You know, like it don't matter what level you're on, you kicking ass or you not, but you ain't saved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saved. I'm still here. I'm still in this trash ass system. All right. Looking forward to hastening the day, looking forward to Esau's judgment, man. Okay. Says, for we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahweh's sake, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. Okay. We are supposed to perform to a standard. We're supposed to have a want to perform to a standard. Nobody should have to tell you, hey man, you should, do this. You should feel bad. You should, like hell no, man. Like that's what irritates me so much. It's like, man, I know to do these things. I seen the opportunities, and the spirit that hit me, just like I'm doing my lessons, but the spirit told me before I seen the video, like, hey, do a to and fro, man. You go to the gym, do something going to the gym, do something coming back. Then it's like, oh man, I don't have nothing together. What about this? Man, you better get that shit together. You better figure it out, man. Well, what about the what? No, man. Cancel that. Cancel the reasoning and logic. Okay, trying to wait till the smoke clear. As David said, man, take not thou away the Holy Spirit, man. May we continue to fight, not give up, stay focused, overcome, and handle our business. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakadash, the honest our apostles who are elders rule well. Blessings and salutations to you, brothers, out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.